Greetings from Amera Astronomy Center and Jordan Planetarium at the University of Maine. My name is Sean Lotch. I'm the Planetarium Director, and I'm looking forward to sharing some of the beauty and wonder of our universe with you. Well, today we're going to do so using a desktop planetarium program called Stellarium. As you know, the planetarium is currently closed due to COVID-19 concerns, so we're using this method to try and help share the night sky with you in a new way that you can do from home. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set up our sky here for the way it would look at sunset. And here in our stellarium view of the sky, west is going to be in the center directly in front of you. Over on your left-hand side, you'll see southwest. On your right-hand side right now, you're going to see northwest. We're going to start off by putting time into motion and letting our sun go down and set. Now, sunset right now is around roughly 7 p.m. or so in the evening, and this is Friday, the 10th of April. We're going to speed things up a bit so that our sun will set a little bit quicker here, and we're going to move into evening twilight. And so as we do so, again, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour from the time the sun sets until it is dark enough to see some things there in our nighttime sky. Now we're beginning to see just a little bit of some things popping out. Probably the first thing you're going to notice is this very bright object over here, which is the planet Venus. Venus is the third brightest thing we see in our sky after the sun or moon. It's exceptionally bright, and it's going to be over in our western sky tonight. I'm going to continue to let this go all the way until we get completely dark, and then we'll pause time so that we can take a little bit better look at things, since we've been moving time fast a little bit here in this current view. Well, there we are. We're going to stop right about here. This is around 8 p.m. tonight or so, and again, you can see Venus over there in our nighttime sky, extremely bright, hard to miss. Well, Venus just passed by last week this group of stars known as the Pleiades, or Seven Sisters. And the Pleiades is an open star cluster, sometimes called Tsuru in Japan, and it's a really pretty group to view in binoculars or a small telescope. It does sort of look like one of the Dippers, but it's not. Again, it's an open star cluster, and very nice blue stars in that group. If you have a chance, do take a look at it. Now, the Pleiades is right over here, and Venus has moved past it, and right now Venus is moving into this area of our sky right here, which is the constellation of Taurus the Bull. The bright star Aldebaran marks the eye of the bull. This V-shaped group, known as the Hyades, is the face, and if you extend it up from either side, you come to the tips of Taurus's horns right up there. Well, Taurus, that bull, is sort of charging in this direction towards another group of stars, Orion the Hunter. The stars Betelgeuse and Bellatrix mark up his shoulders, while Rigel and Saiph are his legs, and these three stars in a row form his famous belt. And again, if you have binoculars, a great object to check out just below his belt is the Orion Nebula, which is right in this area. It's going to look sort of through binoculars like a little hazy blob, but it is a stellar nursery, a place where new stars are forming, and an even better view can be had with a small telescope. Well, I'm going to go ahead, and since we've taken a look at those, we can use Stellarium to actually turn on some of those constellation lines. And so now, once again, we're seeing Taurus the Bull over there with Venus sort of moving into that area. You're going to see it sort of pass up in this direction here and into Taurus over the next several nights. And Orion the Hunter over there sort of poised for battle, and Taurus sort of charging towards him there in our nighttime sky. Well, I'm going to turn off those constellation markers. I'm going to move our sky just a little bit here, and we're going to sort of shift a little bit towards a view that is more towards the southwest, if you will. And there we do have it. And we still have Orion, of course, up there in our nighttime sky. If you follow a line through Orion's belt over this direction towards the south, you're going to come to a very bright star known as Sirius. It's the brightest star we see from Earth other than our sun. Sirius is also called the dog star because it's in Canis Major, a group of stars right through here that you might notice has a little bit of a dog shape to it. These three mark the head. Sirius is sort of that front shoulder here, the front legs, the body, the hind legs, and even the tail of that dog right there. And if we were sort of looking at that dog and we were to head just a little bit high overhead here from that area, looking a little bit almost straight up, you're going to come to Procyon and Gomezia. These two mark up the little dog. You can also find it by drawing a line through Orion's shoulders and heading that direction there, and then you can see that small dog, which in my estimation looks more like a hot dog shape. And once we draw it in there, you can see again that dog shape there, both Canis Major, which again looks a little bit more like a stick figure of a dog, and Canis Minor, which looks a bit more like a hot dog shape there in the night sky. Well, if we continue to look above Orion, we're going to come up here just a little bit. We have two more constellations that are sort of in this same area of the sky. One are the Gemini Twins, and the Gemini Twins, of course, are marked up by these two stars, Castor and Pollux, and there are their bodies. They're supposed to be twin brothers in the night sky. And just above Taurus the Bull over here, we have Capella, and Capella is part of a pentagon-shaped group of stars, which is called Auriga, and it's supposed to be a chariot driver, though I prefer the Hawaiian, which is Hokule, which means wreath or lay of stars. Now, I am going to shrink this view just a little bit, and in doing so, and taking a look here, again, we can see this sort of circlet of stars, and we sometimes call this the winter circle of stars. And Orion the Hunter, and of course Taurus the Bull, Auriga the Charioteer, Gemini the Twins, Canis Minor, and Canis Major all make up part of that winter circle. Some of the brightest stars visible for the entire year, and again, it's joined by Venus right now, so you'll do want to take a look at it if you have a chance. These constellations we're going to be losing over the next month, so do get out if it is clear over the next few nights and try and take a close look at them. Well, this has been a quick tour in Stellarium of the nighttime sky that you would see right now here from me. With that, I'm going to close out this section of our little quick tour. I do hope that you have a chance to get out and explore your nighttime sky and come back to this page to see more updates in the near future. Do stay safe and do keep looking up.